let's get into our top story. AJ Styles lost to Gunther at the Royal Rumble, and he got choked out.
Right. Yeah, Sue Williams said it on Twitter, and I agree. Passed out like a man.
Yeah, John Cena, you coward.
Pussy.
Yeah, like Ava, the general manager of NXT, gave up because she's a fan of John Cena, but AJ Styles, he always beat John Cena, so he's not giving up. He's a real man.
Beat up John Cena.
Yeah, but he is. I don't know what his status is. So I've talked to like a few people, and then of course everybody has like a different report online, and I'm not gonna like, I don't have all the reports in front of me, but essentially you got 3 different schools of thought. Okay. If you're on the WWE side, you think AJ Styles is retired because that is the narrative coming out of WWE. Paul Levesque and Peter Rosenberg both said that they've talked to AJ, they believe he's retired. And then there's folks out there that strongly believe that AEW wants him really bad, and that there's a standing offer on the table, essentially a blank check, and that Tony Khan will do anything to get AJ Styles. And AJ Styles is mulling it over, but he's not completely sold yet. And then there's people out there that think the TNA is absolutely in play here. You and I talked about it last week, but it looks like that it could be a reality. The TNA could be in play. That TNA can't outbid Tony Khan, and Tony Khan can keep raising that dollar figure amount to where AJ Styles would be stupid not to take it. Because as the legend Kim Wood, who recently passed away, says the only thing that matters is money. That is it. So if you take less money to go somewhere, you are a mark. So, but there's also TNA is kind of like AJ's baby. So, and he would want to be able to help it. But the thing is that the letters are the same. The company's completely different. So, like, I'm at the point now where I don't think anybody knows anything, and I don't have a fucking clue where this guy ends up. But there's a lot of possibilities.
So, for a long time, when people would ask AJ about his TNA run, he did not look back on it fondly.
Yeah.
Like, he had a lot of bad blood with Dixie. Like, a lot of that stuff you saw that played out on screen in 2013, 2014 was pretty legit, right? Like, AJ did not get an offer from WWE coming out of TNA because they just thought he was done. AJ rebuilt himself in New Japan Pro Wrestling. WWE doesn't take a flyer on AJ Styles unless he has that tremendous run in New Japan. AJ, like, I know officially Prince Devitt was the real first leader of the Bullet Club. The leader of the Bullet Club when Bullet Club became Bullet Club was AJ Styles. The reason why, remember, let us never forget 10 years ago, 2016, that New Japan, that WWE raid on New Japan. They got AJ, Gallows, Anderson, and Shinsuke Nakamura. They essentially like stripped Bullet Club away. And then Gato, who at the time could book really well, asserted Kenny Omega in that position. And then they kind of really didn't miss a beat. Yeah. Like, it was really, really amazing booking on his part. So yeah, for years, AJ would talk about TNA and he wasn't really, he was kind of like rub it off, Yeah. AJ Gallows Anderson was supposed to debut on the first episode of Dynamite in October of 2019. WWE had re-signed them all to a nice, hefty contract. So again, Kim Wood would have been proud.
Right.
Here we are now. AJ is not what he once was, but he's as good once as he ever was, the old song goes.
He's still really good.
He sure is. He sure is.
Yeah.
I love AJ Styles. He's one of my, I know it's not, I met AJ Styles. I worked for WWE one night in 2016, actually. We keep coming back.
Hold on. Number. JD was a Fed employee. I just want everybody to put that out there.
I was a Fed independent contractor for a night. I was a driver. Yeah. My brother worked sound for the driving show. His name, name of the show?
Driving in cars with wrestlers getting coffee.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. It's a fucking show. So we were hooking up GoPros and shit in a rental car, and I forgot to turn the volume down. So if you watch the AJ Styles and Gallows and Anderson one, there's a moment where the sound almost blows out of him. That's because my dumbass forgot to turn that down. I never admitted that publicly till just now. So that night, I actually was wearing my Stanford Wrestling t-shirt, and I ran into AJ in the lobby, and we had a good 10-minute talk about amateur wrestling. So I like AJ Styles. I love him as a worker. I want to see him wrestle. When we talked about this a couple weeks ago, I was under the assumption that AJ's this retirement with WWE is a storyline. and that they would just loan him to TNA.
And I think that's on the table still.
Is the release real? Like, not release. Is his contract up with WWE? Because I don't trust anything that comes from them. So
that's the thing. I don't know, right? And so there is another school of thought here that the retirement from WWE is real, but he remains under a contract, and that they're going to let him work TNA.
Which would the only thing that makes sense. Now that's what I thought. That was where my head was at until we heard from someone that I know and trust that said that AJ has a significant deal. JD filled out of respect. Someone said I was hey man, the check cleared the bank. Like Kim Wood said, money is the only thing that matters.
That's it. Yeah.
And this, I didn't hate WWE quite as much as 2016. What was I saying? We heard from someone that we trust that Tony Khan had a significant offer to AJ Styles, and he was quote unquote mulling it over.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the name of the game is to make money. I think he goes to AEW.
I mean, that makes sense, right? But there's people that love AEW that I've talked to recently that want him to go to AEW, that believe that his first stop is going to be TNA. Just because of his history in TNA, because even though he had a bad taste in his mouth in 2014, you look back on it with rose-colored glasses, and that really is where he came to prominence, and he spent like his youth in that company. Even though, like, I'm like, dude, AJ, it's literally not the same company. Like, none of those people work there anymore. So, except for Ross Foreman, like Ross Foreman has really been the only guy that's still there.
Okay, so, I love AJ Styles, but he also isn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. That's categorically everyone says that. Same with Will Ospreay. We all love our dumb jock wrestlers. That wouldn't surprise me actually if AJ did a quick little stopover in TNA, did a match with Mike Santana. I mean, he could lose 150 matches on TNA television, show up in AEW, and people would lose their shit because it's AJ Styles. He's untouchable.
Yeah, well, and they know that it's all fake. He's not really losing those matches, also so it wouldn't really. So, and if he does go to TNA, I'm telling everybody right now, he's going to wrestle Frankie because that's his best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
one of them. Him and
Christopher Daniels.
I just saw something. Oh, here we go. I'm pulling up from the chat. Says he's also his agent. AJ's agent is also agent of the Bucks, Omega, and Hangman. So what would be the connection there? That would be a Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Bullet Club guys are all represented. So a good agent is supposed to work with everybody and get you a good deal.
Yeah.
Do with that what you will. Hope you're doing fine, sir.
Yeah.
You seem not to be. Hope everything's okay. Guy who you all know who I'm talking about. The crash out guy. Anyway, I don't know, man. I think as a fan of pro wrestling, I would love to see AJ in AEW, mainly because I just want to see him in Ospreay. I really do, especially if they're going to go back. Especially if they're going back to Wembley Stadium this year, you need a marquee match, and I can't think of a bigger one that AEW could offer on that card outside of Ospreay and AJ Styles, or Kenny and AJ Styles.
I think Kenny and AJ is the one that really piques my interest the most because of the Bullet Club tie-in.
You got a storyline.
Ospreay would be great too, but I think Wembley, I want Ospreay to win the title finally. Like I think he needs so you do that. Here's what Mike Gilbert wants. I have a TNA podcast, obviously. I'd like to see AJ just be a straight up freelancer. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna work these couple matches here in TNA, and then I'm gonna work some matches in New Japan. I'm gonna work some matches in AEW. I'm gonna hit all the stops, and I'm gonna work. I have 10 guys I want to work with, and that's what I'm gonna do. I think that would be cool.
I would like to be 6'3". And with 7% body fat.
Yeah.
That's not this in this day and age. That is not reality.
No.
When we are still in a wrestling war, and then I stay away from Twitter, which is a good move. I think everybody should try to stay away from Twitter as much as possible.
It's better for your health, I think.
It sure is.
I'm on there a lot though.
I know. I moved to Reddit, which isn't better.
Yeah.
But
oh my gosh.
It's worse. Actually, I've done worse for myself. I just don't there's still a lot to this wrestling war. Like, I don't want to say the playing fields are getting leveled, but I just like Man, they built that slave labor stadium in Saudi Arabia, and there was a lot of empty seats from what I saw. So, people aren't happy with Triple Paul, which I've been saying that for a
Yeah.
long time.
Speaking of
So,
Triple Paul, I got a message here I want to relay from an
please, please.
anonymous source. Says,
Do I know this guy? Do I know this source?
yes.
Okay.
Triple H and the other idiot, that would be Peter Rosenberg from Hot 97, being so adamant about AJ retiring is because they want to be able to portray him as lying to them if he jumps. So if he does go to AEW, now AJ is a liar. So they're trying to, that his opinion is that they're trying to bully him into not wrestling anywhere else but the WWE.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And I host a pro wrestling podcast. Like, and I hope to God AJ Styles doesn't fucking care because
hold on, I need to jump in. The comment that I just read from the person, that idea is not stupid, but the fact that it's probably true is pretty stupid.
Oh
right?
yeah, no, that's the
okay.
Oh, you're 100% right. 100%.
Okay.
I'm not shitting on the source. I'm shitting on the idea,
and it
the
was
very idea of that.
It was the
source's
thinking. It was the source's opinion, right? Like, or a prediction that was the case. Yeah.
But it's the reason why it's stupid is it's so fucking believable. Like, that's 100% how they would be. 100%. Especially Rosenberg, who's the most useful idiot in that company. Like, I don't know, man. I hope AJ has enough Bruiser Brody in him, and I think that he does to go get paid.
Get paid, brother.
He should go be like. There's no reason he shouldn't have one more fucking Tokyo Dome match.
Yeah.
Right. Give him against Yoda Give me that. That would be great. That would be fantastic. Like, there's so much I want to see from AJ Styles. And I do think I'd like to see a quick stop off in TNA. He had that little bump in with Frankie and with Mike Santana. Like, that would be cool.
Yeah. I think if he does, so there's a prevailing theory out there that he stops over in TNA and has those 2 matches and then makes his way over to AEW and has a couple of big matches there and calls it good. So.
Okay. That's great.
Yeah. Count me in on that.
Yes.
Count me in. All right. Chat is blowing up. Let's see.
Let's do this.
Let's see. All right. Legacy says TNA can't afford them. Well, I mean, yeah, unless WWE's kicking it on the back end, which I don't see why they would. I don't think they would.
I don't think they like TNA that much.
No. Heat is on says shit. He might go to Noah and hang out with Gallows and Anderson. He's already wrestled Noah recently. He wrestled Marufuji. I don't see that being crazy, and he likes his friends.
He does like his friends.
Yeah. Let's see. XWS says could see AJ being a freelancer. Tony's not going to allow that to happen. If you're coming to AEW, Tony wants you to be
unless you're Matt Cardona, then he was allowed to freelance there.
Yeah. But if he's getting AJ and he's going to spend a lot of money on AJ, he wants him to be in his company.
Big difference. That's a PR win, quite frankly.
Yes.
Like, if AJ Styles shows up on Dynamite, that looks really good for that company.
Man, trading Chris Jericho for AJ Styles would be the greatest trade in AEW history and the shittiest one in WWE history for sure.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah. There's a bunch of people that'll tell you that it's not, but they're dumb.
Yeah. Online Man says if AJ asked for $20 million, I'm sure TK would happily pay him that. I don't know that he'd go that high, but he'd go pretty freaking high for sure.
I think Tony Khan would pay for AJ Styles what he was worth. I think he could get Punk money from Tony. Because that's a big win for him. If AJ would, because the narrative would be that AJ leaves WWE for AEW. That would be the narrative. Whether it's true or not, it doesn't matter.
That's certainly the headline on my YouTube video that I would clip for it for sure, because those always do really well.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
Yeah.